Alrighty, we're going to have another look at Agave's, not sure of the pronunciation of the name there, map, or map set. I should probably stop this actually. Map set, Menticide. Now this is, I think, 2 maps now total, plus the first map has had some rather large revisions done to it from what I hear. Immediately out of the bat, I can see that this initial entry room here. Oh, you've got sound effects and everything. Fantastic. You've done some work to this. Escape. Alright, so you've given extra direction to the player that this is what you need to do, and you've shown that the laser beam is bad, and then you've given them a little puzzle to start off with. And since I've played this one before, I happen to know that shooting the panels over in the far end bring down the barrier for you, which is just a fantastic little way to start out a map. Also got a new pistol by the looks. I don't think this was present last time. Running low on bullets though. Love to grab this. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's do this again. Oh my God. Awesome. Fantastic. I like it. Alright. This time we'll pick up this weapon. Actually push in a little bit, just so we're a little bit more equipped. I guess if we do look down to that thing as it well, can't comment on it because I have to focus on the monsters. I was going to say, if we do look down or jump down into that opened up central area, we would probably see those monsters teleport in, which is probably not a horrible thing, just something to consider. I'm not sure also if jumping down and standing on one of the spawn spots will prevent a monster from spawning in. It's something that I've had to wrestle with in the past as well, especially for those completionists that you know, they're keen to get 100% kills, but one monster's been left behind in a waiting room to teleport because they missed the opportunity with the script. May or may not be the case here. I could probably like reload it and give it a little test if I needed to, but I don't think I'll do that just yet. I like this GIF, or this animated texture. It's cool. Certainly has been some work done to this since last I played. I don't actually recall how many monsters there were originally. Oh, secret. Nice, different texture and everything, but it's a nice subtle texture that does fit into the area. So it's not immediately apparent as a secret, but it's still noticeable. Ah, a little signature, I like it. A custom pistol, graphic. Just graphic, yeah, by the looks. But the shotgun remains the same so far. I always appreciate custom weapons and monsters and things like that. I'm a big fan of building them up myself. Really love the interactive panels. Now let's drop the light out as well, that's cool. One thing that I always try to keep an eye out for in these kinds of maps, maps in general, is the finer details, the small things that a lot of sort of the standard player might miss. So things like that you know, shooting out that panel, dropping the light levels is fantastic sort of world building, environmental building sort of element that you know, the layman may not even notice or even consciously notice, but subconsciously they'll pick that up and sort of realize, hey, that was a really good element to this, you know, this world. These little beams, you know, with the nice light fixtures there and these sort of clean pipes and everything, really good. One thing I will say is I think this side door track kind of sides here, they were still pegged, so that might be something to adjust. And there's no door track on them either, which may or may not be intentional. Not too sure. I don't know if this is more than previously, than there were previous in the earlier version that I played. Seems like a lot of hit scanners down there. Ate that missile. Yeah, that was going to come straight back through. Ugh. Did I get him? Must have gotten him. Very good. Hey, why can they go through without getting dissected? Very rude. Nice element here that you shoot out the computer through there. Nice little combination of sort of puzzle and action, which I really appreciate. Very thin doors, aren't they? You often see size 16 width doors. These might even be 4. They're very, very skinny. Yeah, I think they might be 4 width, which is quite tight. Not necessarily a bad thing, but you know, just out of the norm. Ooh, another custom sound. I like the laughter. I wonder if that's been ripped from somewhere, or if that's Agave doing some voice acting there. I'm leaning towards it being pulled from somewhere. But hey, who knows? There he has a much more classic Doom feel, just from the marble textures. I might give it a quick save. I just realised my health is a little bit low. Oh, doink. Problem solved. I don't recall if jumping is intended in this map, but in every case where it's not explicit, I'll err towards not jumping and crouching unless I need to do it to progress. I think a majority of Doom mappers, even UDMF mappers, don't design their maps around jumping and crouching. It's a fairly rare thing that they'll implement it into the game. That's interesting. This pistol has a higher selection order than the chain gun. So it does have some custom edits done to it. I wonder why that is, though. Might be something worth considering as well. Just changing the selection order. So if you have a chain gun, it actually defaults back to the chain gun over the pistol. Just since that pistol doesn't seem to pack any more of a punch than your standard pistol. Okay. I think we're sorted for this. Oh, should probably grab the key, right? Wouldn't have gotten very far without that. We've got a custom vats or something. Looks like blood vats or something like that. This is a really heavily defended area, but all the monsters are coming from the one direction, so it's not too hard to sort of handle. It might actually be something to consider if you wanted to up the ante a little bit, is to incorporate some extra sort of monster closets or maybe teleport things to bring some monsters in from behind to trip up the player. But this is map 1 to start off with, so maybe you don't want to be too cruel to a player just yet. And also, I don't know what kind of difficulty or anything that you're interested in setting these maps to. I like this dynamic light. Very cool. Really appreciate the script work you've put into this, especially with the things like the shootable monitors and the lighting and things like that. Very cool. Okay. Reinforcements have arrived. Oh, I got that guy. Alright, he's down. Tough guy. This spot here. Oh wait, what the? I can get out. I don't think that was intended. Well, let's have a quick look since we're down here. Oh, maybe it was. Alright. Like we have a secret. Again, I'm not sure if I've found this secret the correct way, so let's investigate that a little bit. I suppose first I need to find out how to get back up. Nice reflective floor there. Didn't even notice that was the case from up above. Okay. There. Maybe up on this little ziggurat thing. Maybe not. Just jumping to check it out. Oh, it does send you back here. Okay. So I am able to jump straight off there. But I thought I did get caught earlier. It's a bit odd. Yeah, I thought I was unable to do that. Okay. No, looks like I can just jump off. Cool. I don't know why I thought I couldn't do that. Continuing on. Alright, so this indicates to me that this is like a jumping enabled map, just by virtue of the fact that that can't be retrieved any other way. Ah, I can't break these ones. How sad. Okay. Where did that other door open come from? Oh, hello. There we go. Okay. A little bit of health. Never goes astray. Oh yeah. I remember this. I like that. Considering we've established that jumping at least is enabled, just making sure I can't crouch through that, which I cannot. Okay, so we have what may be the exit here. Oh, I see, actually there's a secret I've missed here. I think I missed it last time as well. Alright, just one minor interruption there. Okay, I have got all the secrets. However, there's a red door. I'm not sure if this one here is the exit or just also a red door. It's the exit, okay. Let's reload before I jump into this next map. Because there is a red door. And I don't have a red key. And I've found all the secrets. Have I missed something very obvious? Possibly. Nothing up here. Nothing down here, I don't think. Doesn't appear so. Nothing hiding in the bodies there. Okay. I wonder where then our red key might be. Okay. As much as I'd love to leave it be, I kind of want to find out so I can critique the area that I'm missing. Aha! An entire area that I've never even bothered going through. I don't think this was here last time I played this map. Well, there's the red key. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. I like the voice acting. It's very cool. Wonder if you can get to these. I'm assuming this takes this barrier down. I'm wondering if you can get to both the switches before he gets to you. Probably not. Alright, just some cells or something to the effect of that. Marine holding cells. Chainsaw. These are a little bit tricky to get just because it's sort of mostly up above. Maybe making this central pillar a bit smaller might be... oh, I need a blue key. Devious trap or unfortunate oversight? Is that also... I know, okay. Well, I'll have to no-click through. That might be something to fix. Oh, hello. Oh, what an interesting little effect there. I actually want to do that again, just out of curiosity. Alright, good, I'm just here. A little bit worried for a second there that I hadn't saved it for, a million years. Pardon me. Give me this. I just want to see what happens if I jump down and stand here. Ah. Interesting failsafe. The script remains running until... Yeah, so you must have a restart or a loop in there where the script remains running until the monster has... Oh, that's a really good way of just making sure they bloody go through. That would solve my problem. Thank you for that. I will incorporate that into some future maps. Ah, that's... Why didn't I think of that? Anyway, let's... oh, I didn't go through the bloody... No, load. I didn't go through the final area. Which is back this way. Oh, I'm kicking myself about that script. Interesting that there's lighting here with no source. Might be worth having a different texture here, some kind of light panel or something, just to help indicate that. Nice. Is that a use of fog to get this sort of outline? Either fog or a very transparent texture. I think it's fog. Okay, just a bunch of goodies. Interesting, holding the demon in a stasis that makes it impenetrable, but also disables it. Cool. Alrighty, let's move on to the next map. A lot of those areas are not necessary to progress, which is fine. Some people might question as to, why put it in if it's not part of the progression, but it's good for world building, I think. Good for environmental storytelling. Okay, let's move on to map 2, which is called Hum, with no secrets and 106 monsters. Now this one may be a work in progress. I'm not sure if it's completed as yet, but it is so far very beautiful. And you've sort of upped the monster placement a little bit here, having to sort of navigate, looking at monsters from sort of 3 directions a little bit here. Always good. Continuing this trend of shootable, interesting, shootable computers. Which I think is just a really cool little technique that you've designed there. Given that jumping has been established as a thing, I wonder if we can now jump and... Oh, I can't get over this. Well, never mind then. Alright. Again, I'm a little bit salty that those demons don't get zapped when running through that. I mean, I could just make a jump. Wonder if that's the intent, though. It may very well be. Perhaps we do it. Oh, we could probably make it from here, right? Ooh, let's go higher. Alright, that works. Alrighty, so we've got some boxes stacked to retrieve that one there. This is a bit trickier of a jump, isn't it? I don't know if we're meant to do that. This one you can't disable. That's a bit sad. It's a little bit much for standard progression, isn't it? So I've managed to lock myself away in this middle area. I can do this. That's a little bit, it's a bit subtle. I'm not sure if this is a way that you'd want to sort of continue the progression. If so, maybe make it a slightly more obvious step up. I think you'll find a lot of people will see this and not realize it's part of progression. Maybe something like another barrel or box or something like that. It goes back to there's an old adage about making puzzles and stuff for other people, is to just dumb it down as much as you possibly can, because what may seem obvious to you or the creator is often far less obvious to a standard participant or somebody who's trying to solve the puzzle. Love the I haven't really talked too much about this, but I really love the way that map 1 had sort of a more red color scheme, and then you came into this one and it was a very blue color scheme. Love the big sort of open area here. This is beautiful. Nice big metallic beams up the top. Good use of the OTEX flags here. I can't shoot down these computers in there. Yet, anyway. That is a lot of monsters down there. Okay, we're seeing some rocky floor textures here now. Coming up. Ooh, nice steep slope. Oof. I'm assuming that's going to be insta-kill. Let's give it a quick save. Have a look. Oh! No, it is not. Interesting. Again, you might have players that, if this is a thing that's going to be used for progression, you might have players that will never even bother to, you know, try falling down. What am I getting caught on here? Getting caught on something there. I think it might be possibly the oh jeez. Possibly the, yeah, I think it might be the what's it called? The barrier, the fencing along the edge of that. Ugh, spent so long trying to think of the name of that thing, I'd let myself get killed. Yeah, it looks like you might just need to set that flag that lets you jump over them. What's the walkable middle texture or something like that, to stop that from happening. Yeah, it should just be a quick flag change. Alright, what was I doing? Trying to get my bearings here. I guess there's a... No, okay. Yeah, okay, there's a conveyor or something, I think, on this to push the player down there. But it does make coming back up a little bit tricky, which is probably fine. Probably want to try and keep them down here. Oh, well, at least it's not an insta-kill. There's not really much you can do in terms of moving in midair. I think you can change that somewhere. It might even be a map info thing where you can change how much control a player has while they're in air. It's good for like low gravity things and things like this. These jump pads might be worth looking into. Don't remember what it is exactly off the top of my head. Did the pistol took precedence over the super shotgun as well, I think. It actually just made me think that I had no shells left, but I've actually got full shells because it changed at one point. I like the little blood fountain there, by the way. That's cool. Doing a lot of just wandering around and not a lot of actual like killing and progressing here. There is a lot to look at. Okay, so we've got some switches, which what they do is not immediately apparent. Okay. Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's a nasty little surprise. There's plenty of, you know, room to hide, at least. These nice large pillars here to stop archvile fire. It looks like the intent is that this blood pool area is at least a mini sort of arena. Ugh. Again, so glad they don't insta-kill. Alrighty, let's hit these switches here. Ah, we've got some custom enemies. I think that's a Realm 667 job there. The floating Arachnotron variants. Or even Mastermind variants. Ooh. I think this is something that I had to learn as well. I think when you're introducing new enemies, it's really good to do it very subtly, very slowly. Possibly even have only one of them appear with nothing else around it, so the player can be introduced to them in a sort of a safe environment. And then you can sort of slowly ramp up the encounters with them a little bit more. If you have... I did this with Riftwalker and I got some interesting feedback to this sort of vein as well. Where if you just have a whole gamut of new monsters and you just unleash a bunch of them along with old monsters and things like that in a big arena kind of thing without them ever having encountered the monster before, it can get a little bit frustrating because you're not too sure what's going on. It gets a little bit overwhelming. Especially when you're already thinking about everything else. And oops. Also comes down again to that that whole principle of whatever seems comfortable for you or easy for you, you should try and dial it down maybe another 20-30% for players that haven't experienced the map yet. That's what I tend to try and do nowadays. I think I still probably overtune my maps a little bit too much, but, you know, I like challenge. Okay. Trying to... So if I jump down here, it does actually send you to different holes. And I'm not sure if it keeps the direction that you're traveling. Let's go this way. Okay, it sends you to a random one each time, does it? Okay. Interesting. It does keep your momentum. Alright. Which is interesting. Again, yeah, having some aerial control would be really good. I think I also caught... You can see the seam here. Not sure what that's coming from. Maybe a line def going across the middle or something. Not too sure. Alright. I'm not sure if... Oh, right. I haven't pressed these switches because I died. Forgot about that. I think the ADHD is taking control at the moment. Getting distracted by all the different elements here. I haven't even picked up the plasma rifle this run around. Should definitely do that. Yeah, at the moment, if these are designed for, you know, to get you up on the top there, that's a little bit annoying at the moment, so yeah, definitely want to tweak that a little bit. And just some air control would help. Ah, I thought I had it then. Does feel very random at the moment. Just want to get to that soul sphere before I unleash these floating spider guys. Oh, well, back up here. Not where I want to be though. Oh, that's something. I'll take it. Alright, so that is a jumpable middle texture, so I wonder why that's blocking it off here. You might need to clip it or wrap it or something. I'm not too sure. There might be something else that needs to be done to that. Ah. Alright, I might have to give up on this middle set of things for now. Let's just hit these switches and get on getting on. Three health, which is why I wanted that. An imp got me. Why I really wanted that soul sphere before I unleashed these guys. Very hardy. Wow. Alright. Geez, they take a hit or two, don't they? May want to tweak that a little bit as well. I'm not too sure. They seem a little bit overtuned, and yeah. Also, it does look like I'm going to still need to use these pits to get up there somehow. There was something down the middle there, wasn't there? What was that? A red key. Not sure. That might be a red key. Alright, 7 health, but let's save it anyway. No, it actually sounded like something came down or up after killing them. Yep, okay, it was a red key. And it's given us some freedom. Okay. Oh, that's actually the end of it. Alright. Oh, okay. That's a very fat exit door, isn't it? Is there a reason you needed it so wide? Just makes it look a little bit sort of pixely. Alrighty, open through. That was a lot of fun. I think the second one does have some tuning and tweaking to do. I think let me just kill that guy. Alright. Just go into there. Alright, cool. So I think, yeah, a little bit of tweaking to do in the second map. I think some of the jumping puzzles at the start to get around those lasers are a little bit subtle. I don't know how to signpost that a little bit better. I think the start area was beautiful, really well polished. I really liked the whole vibe of it. And then you come down into that massive blood pit, which is also very cool. But I'm not the hugest fan of the bouncing element. And from what I can see, it's not for anything that you need to do progression-wise. But you know, you're going to have people that want to get that soul sphere and things like that. So they're going to spend a while doing it, and they're going to get frustrated at not being able to get there effectively. Something to consider. I think this map, I think you might have mentioned that it's not quite in end development or anything yet, so there's still some work to do on it. And the custom monster at the end as well, I think that might do with some tweaking. Maybe drop its health a little bit, maybe have 1 or 2 less of them just to introduce the monster first. Yeah, would be handy. Aesthetic wise and design wise, beautiful, really nicely done. I'm a massive fan of your design style. I think it's really polished and well done. Yeah, that's all I got for you, mate, I think. Hopefully that helps a little bit. I think that's a 40-minute video for 2 maps, so spent a little bit of time on it. But I'm looking forward to future videos and future revisions, so keep up the good work. Cheers.